Right after takeoff, pilot John noticed something unusual. A large eagle was flying dangerously close to the plane, its sharp talons nearly touching the fuselage. John's heart raced. He knew any impact could be disastrous. While the passengers relaxed in their seats, unaware of the imminent danger, John prepared for an unexpected battle. The eagle seemed determined, its eyes fixed on the plane as if protecting something valuable. Every maneuver John made to get away was met with more aggression. The tension in the cockpit grew by the second. John tried to stay calm, but the threat of a collision with the eagle made the situation increasingly desperate. Uncertainty hung in the air, and a sense of fear began to spread. John knew he had to quickly figure out the reason for this unusual behavior before it was too late. John tried to maneuver the plane to get rid of the eagle, but the bird kept attacking with relentless ferocity. Every move seemed to calculate the plane's trajectory, as if it knew exactly where to strike. The crew began to notice the danger, and the tension inside the cabin grew. The passengers, initially unconcerned, now began to notice the crew's anxious behavior and the plane's abrupt movements. Ladies and gentlemen, we are experiencing a bit of turbulence. Please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened, John announced over the intercom, trying to keep his voice calm. But he knew this was much more than simple turbulence. Suddenly, a loud metallic sound echoed through the cabin, a strong blow against the plane's wing. John felt the impact vibrate through the cockpit. "Damn it! This eagle is going to bring us down," he thought, trying to maintain control. Emily, a biologist on board, realized the gravity of the situation. She quickly got up and headed to the cockpit, knowing she might have a clue about the eagle's behavior. "Captain, I'm a biologist. Can I help?" she said, her voice urgent but calm. John looked at her, hesitating for a moment, but knowing he needed all the help he could get. "Come in quickly. What do you know about eagles attacking planes?" he asked, desperate for a solution. Emily observed the eagle through the cockpit window and, after a few seconds, said, "It's not just attacking randomly. It looks like it's protecting something." John's curiosity was immediate, but he knew he had to focus on the passenger's safety. Meanwhile, communication with air traffic control began to fail. The eagle had damaged a vital component of the plane, making it difficult to communicate with the airport. John struggled to maintain contact but only heard static. "Air traffic control, this is Flight 783. We are under attack by an eagle. I need instructions." But there was no response. The suspense grew with each passing moment, and everyone awaited the eagle's next move. The situation became critical when the plane started losing altitude. John was terrified at the possibility of the eagle getting into the engine and causing a catastrophic accident. He looked at Emily, now seated in the cockpit, trying to think of a solution. "If the eagle gets into the engine, we're all in danger," he said, his voice trembling with fear. Emily kept calm and looked at the eagle. "It seems to be guiding us," she said, amazed at the bird's intelligence. "Maybe it's trying to tell us something." John, though skeptical, decided to trust the eagle's instinct. He began to descend slowly, following the bird, while Emily prepared for any eventuality. The tension in the cockpit was palpable. Every move John made was calculated with precision, trying to avoid disaster. The passengers, now aware of the danger, were panicking. Some cried, while others clung to their seats in silent prayer. Empathy for John and Emily grew, as everyone knew they were doing everything possible to save them. Finally, after moments that seemed like an eternity, the runway appeared ahead. John held the controls firmly, with the eagle still guiding them. With a smooth touch, the plane finally landed, sliding safely down the runway. The passengers erupted in applause and tears of relief as emergency services rushed to help. John and Emily looked at each other, exhausted but relieved. They knew they had experienced something extraordinary and would never see wildlife the same way again. But the mystery of the eagle's behavior was still not completely resolved. Why had the eagle guided the plane? What was it protecting? With the plane safely landed and the tension finally eased, John and Emily still had to deal with the situation on the ground. As the passengers disembarked, some still in shock, a flight attendant announced that everyone needed to stay on the aircraft for a police inspection. The passengers' curiosity grew. Why an inspection now? When the police inspected the plane, they noticed a passenger acting strangely. She was agitated and restless, drawing the officers' attention. As they approached, they saw she was hiding a diary. Almost simultaneously, another officer noticed that the airplane bathroom had been locked for a long time. Knocking on the door and getting no response, he forced it open and found a man hiding inside, holding a baby eagle. This man was the husband of the woman hiding the diary. The situation started to make sense to John and Emily. Reading the diary, they understood that the couple was part of an international animal trafficking network. The diary contained details about flight routes and methods for smuggling animals undetected. The eagle that had chased the plane, forcing an emergency landing, was looking for its baby. The police took the couple to the airport interrogation room, where they discovered that they were key players in a major international wildlife trafficking ring. The diary was proof of the entire operation. Emily, understanding the extent of the problem, explained the situation to John and the officers. Meanwhile, the mother eagle continued to circle the airport, vigilant. Animal rescue services were called to ensure both she and the baby would be taken to a safe place. On the airport runway, the agents opened the makeshift cage and placed the baby eagle on the ground. The mother eagle gracefully descended, flying in smaller and smaller circles until landing next to her baby. The scene moved everyone, especially John and Emily, who watched with tears in their eyes. John, emotional, watched the eagle and her baby being rescued. Without her intervention, the outcome could have been tragic. The scene of the mother eagle reunited with her baby on the airport runway was a moment of pure emotion and a powerful reminder of nature's strength and protective instinct. The experience of Flight 783 taught us profound lessons about courage and protection. The mother eagle, driven by the instinct to save her eaglet, showed intelligence and bravery that saved everyone on board. John, Emily, and the passengers witnessed the strength of nature and the importance of respecting it. The dismantling of the animal trafficking network highlighted the urgent need to protect our wildlife from those who exploit it. This story is a powerful reminder that true heroes can emerge from the least expected places, and that, often, animals have a wisdom and courage that surprise us. We must commit to preserving and respecting nature, learning to live in harmony with it. The journey of Flight 783 will forever be marked not just as a day of survival but as an awakening to the protection of wildlife.